Hello everyone, this is Crystal, and today I'm excited to bring you a new creative fun fold card. This fun fold card is what's called a peekaboo card because the image peekaboos through the front cover. So let me show you how I created this card. Here I'm starting off with a piece of Bristol paper that was approximately 4x4, and I'm using Momentum black ink, and I'm stamping the little kitten from the new stamp set Heads and Tails from Maymaymadeit. And then with this I'm going to take my alcohol markers and I'm going to color him in a light brown and a light gray. And now I'm going to take the color Lovely Lipstick, and I'm using the lighter color, and I'm going over the whole ball of the string. And then I'll take the darker Lovely Lipstick and just kind of go over a few of the lines in the ball of yarn just to give it a little bit of dimension. Now I'll set this aside to dry. And then I'm going to take a piece of cardstock that is 12 inches by 5.5. And I'm going to score it at 4 inches and at 8 inches. And here you'll see one side is just a little bit shorter than the other. And if it doesn't happen to be, then you might want to take maybe 1/8 of an inch off. But you want the side that's just a little bit shorter. And you want to measure the center of the card, which would be 2 3/4, and make a mark. And now from the fold line you're going to mark 2 inches on the top and on the bottom. And now you're going to draw a line from where you marked it in the center to your 2-inch line on one side, and then from the center to your 2-inch mark on the other side to form a V. And now I will take that into my cutter and I will cut it out. And here I'm erasing the pencil lines. Normally I don't mark it, I just go ahead and cut it with my cutter, but I wanted you guys to see exactly where it is that you're supposed to cut. So now, after I get it all folded up, and as you notice, the flat point doesn't quite reach that fold. And that's what we want, because we don't want it reaching to it and we don't want it past the fold either. And here I'm taking my layering ovals and I'm deciding how small and what kind of layers I'm going to have on it. I decided I would use the smallest that the cat would fit in. And then I would take the next size oval that had the scallop edges, and I would cut that out of the mint macaron, which is the green cardstock. And then the next size up is the hole that I would cut out of the flap for the pink. So that's how I decided to layer it. And here I'm taking my big shot and I'm running the mint macaron through it to cut the little scallop oval. And then I'm taking the pink cardstock and putting a larger oval in it. And as you see, I'm just running it in the middle of the flap, and I placed it so it was even in there, and I placed a little piece of washi tape to hold it in place so it wouldn't move as I went and put it through the big shot. And here I layered the pieces on top of each other just to get an idea of what it looks like. And I thought it looked a little bland. So I decided I needed to bling it up a little bit. So I found a piece of this glimmer cardstock that was actually the color was mint macaron. It's something that has been retired for some time now. But anyway, I cut that large oval out of it. And then I took a larger oval of the scallop and went around it. just to cut out and to make like a scallop border to go around the opening of the oval. And here I'm just layering my pieces together. I am put the macaron on top of the pink cardstock, and then I put dimensionals or foam tape on top for the cat to sit on, so it would be 3D. And then I took my designer series paper that I had that was measures 4 inches by 5.5, and I glued it on the one side, and I trimmed off the excess. And then I put the cat through that hole and I glued him down. And now I'm taking my frame that I made and I'm gluing it down to the front side of the card. So I think it looks pretty cute right now. And so I decided I wanted to put a sentiment on him, and I decided to use mint macaron ink, and I put your possum. I just thought it was really cute. And now for the inside of the card, I decided to stamp on it Friends Forever, Happy Birthday. And then I took sponge and I sponged the edges of it to soften it a little bit. And then I took, and here I'm taking an image from the stamp set Define Emotion that has like, looks like confetti. And I'm using Watermelon Wonder, and I'm stamping off and stamping on it all over the side of the cardstock. Now I'll glue the center or the inside of the card down to the pink cardstock. And now we need to make a closure for our card. And now I'm taking another piece of Bristol cardstock and I'm stamping out the ball of yarn with my black Momentum ink. And then I'm going to use my alcohol markers in the same color that the cat had. And then I will fussy cut it out and go around the outside of the edges of the stamp set after it was cut out and put a dimensional on it. And now I'll take a piece of dimensional or foam tape and I'll cut it so it only covers half of our closure. And then I'll glue it to the front of the card, but not to the card front, but not to the flap, because you want it to be able to open the card. Now you can see how the card opens and how it closes and how the little closure works on the card. Please leave a comment below on what type of fanciful tutorial you would like to see next week. Bye for now. Happy crafting!